The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 48. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of outstanding women finding their inner journey to self-confidence 5 days a week. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com to check out amazing blog articles and our killer resources. Hello, friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of phenomenal women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have a special lady all the way from my home country, the Philippines. So you can imagine the time difference. It's like 12 hours. I think they're 12 hours ahead, so it's like 8 a.m. here and 8 p.m. there. But like I said, the internet is a great place to just connect, with like-minded women, like-minded people. So I really wanted to bring her out because she was considered the top 10 fearless Filipina entrepreneurs in the Philippines, and it's really great to celebrate women's success. I always believe in just celebrating it, and she has a travel company. It's called fliptrip.ph, and without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to April Cuenca. So April, thank you for taking the time to do this. Maybe you can introduce a little bit more about yourself to the listeners.
Hey, thanks for having me. So I'm April Cuenca. I'm the co-founder and CEO of fliptrip.ph. It's an online travel booking platform for off-the-beaten-path destinations in the Philippines. So with our website, you can find your tours, accommodation, and transportation. So you can find what you want, what you need, and book everything you want in one go.
So thanks for sharing that. And, I just wanted to ask you, what's your cultural background?
I was born and raised in the Philippines, basically, yeah. I just watch a lot of TV, so I speak English.
Awesome. Well, they say for the Philippines it's like the second largest country that speaks English or something like that. So
yes, it's one of the largest English-speaking countries.
Yeah, for sure. And what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
Well, Princess Diaries, when the driver told Anne Hathaway, nobody can make you feel like you're less than what you are without your consent. Something like that. I don't really subscribe to a quote per se, but I just like to have memories of things like that. I think he quoted Eleanor Roosevelt or something, but yeah.
Awesome. No, it's true. I mean, no one can make you feel, inferior. It's all in your head. It's all belief. So it's really important to believe in yourself, especially, when you're an entrepreneur and you're doing like all these things. And as a woman, right, an Asian woman, it's more challenging, right? Because we have to like work twice as hard to prove to people that we can make it. So I really appreciate that. And in your own words, what would be your definition of self-confidence?
Self-confidence is really just about believing yourself and that you can do what anybody else can do or even do it better. I always, for me personally, I'm so competitive. So if I see that somebody has done something that seems interesting or great to me, I just tell myself that there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to do that too. Unless if it's like really something that's not my strength, like engineering, But more or less, I like to believe that I can do whatever I set my mind to.
That's awesome. And yes, I always believe what's possible in the world is possible for you, right?
Yes.
I mean, we all have the same, well, not the same, but we all have the capabilities of doing something great. So I really like that definition. And April, what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
Well, yeah, I'm sure you're tired of hearing about ugly duckling syndromes and stuff like that. But I grew up with sisters who were older than me, and in the Philippines, we're not the standard of beauty, dark-skinned Filipinas. So I grew up very dark-skinned, and my sisters had white skin. So growing up, I really thought that I was made to believe that I was ugly and that I was far from being that standard of beauty like my sisters were. But I think my aha moment happened later in life, really, around college, when I just stopped caring about people saying that I was ugly. And when I started believing for myself that I was somebody who deserved more, that's when I started really pushing myself to gain what I wanted to have.
Thanks for sharing that. And it's funny, like in the Philippines, it's crazy that, the standard of beauty is like the whiter your skin is, the better, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I like for me, my family's the same thing, right? I went back home back in May, and I was like tanned, right? Because I came from Hawaii, and they're just like, why are you so dark? Like, that's not pretty, and blah blah blah. And to me, it's like I like it, right? I like to have the tan skin, right? Because I'm Chinese, and with Chinese people in the Philippines, like they're so pale and white, and then to them that's like the standard of beauty. But really, to be honest, who sets up these standards of beauty, right? I mean,
I have no idea. They suck.
Yeah, like who said that, if you have lighter skin, you're beautiful? Like, I think it's just a lot of bullshit, right? So I'm glad you were able to get over that, right? Because it doesn't matter what your color of skin is, right? Beauty is beauty, right? Yeah. If you believe that you're beautiful.
Something so simple like that kind of standard, it really affects a person's self-confidence. And for me, it was because of that I didn't think that I deserved anything. Like I should just be in the background and let all the other people who deserved it have the spotlight, right? But there's really, if you really want to be somebody, then you can't let yourself be like that, right? You can't just hang around at the back.
Yeah, for sure. You just got to step out there, right? And there's going to be people out there who's going to resonate with what you believe in. So, after that realization that you knew you were beautiful, doesn't matter what your color of skin is, you were capable of doing the same things as your sisters were, or even better. I mean, what's your life like now?
Well, I don't think I'm doing anything better than my sisters, but we're doing different things. But I'm very happy now because I am actually pursuing what I want to. Like, I'm living my dream, creating my business, and fulfilling my passion for community development through travel. So something it's really, well, now that I think about it, this is the first time I was asked about the issue of confidence. So it's amazing to think about the difference it makes when you start looking back and checking out what your journey was like and what became that moment that changed the way that you see yourself. So yeah, now it's really cool. Like, I travel for a living. I help people to discover the beauty of the country that I love to live in and love to promote. So yeah.
It's true. The Philippines is a magical place. Just the beaches alone are just gorgeous.
Try the mountains.
I'll have to check that out next. So, April, to the woman who's listening to your story, right, they may be facing the same problems that you had back then, or same issues, and she's in her own journey of self-confidence. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
The one tip is never apologize for being who you are. Just trust your instincts and do what you believe you should do.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And April, if the listeners wanted to get to know a little bit more about your services, especially if they want to plan a trip to the Philippines, is there any website or social media profiles we can link with?
Yeah. Please do check out my company's website, www.fliptrip.ph. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter with the handle fliptrip.ph as well.
Awesome. So to the listeners out there, if you want to plan a trip to the Philippines, you can check out April's website, fliptrip.ph, or you can also head over to the taoofselfconfidence.com and search for April's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I really just want to thank April for sharing her journey with us. And yeah, April, thank you so much. I really love the fact that, you shared your story about being the ugly duckling, because to be honest, no one's actually ever brought that topic up. So I'm really
oh yeah,
I'm really glad you spoke about that, especially in the Philippines where there's like every whitening cream or product out there, right?
Yeah,
it's just
pretty
insane.
Much.
So I really appreciate you do share that story, because I'm sure there's a woman out there who feels the same way and can realize she's just as beautiful without all that stuff, right? So Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sheena, for having me.
No problem. And to the listeners out there, be on the lookout for another new episode of another woman's amazing journey to self-confidence. And we'll catch you later. Bye for now. Thank you for connecting with us on the Tao of Self-Confidence. Visit thetaoofselfconfidence.com for links to everything we chatted about, as well as killer resources, gifts, and so much more.